welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm gonna continue talking about my what I think about the ongoing issue about the luxury items claimed to be made allegedly from manufacturers in China. Okay, as we were talking about the ability and mentality, okay, so I was saying that even though you have the money, it doesn't mean that you would buy anything and everything, because everything is down to your own individual perception on what is worth the money in your case. So whatever we decide to spend our money on really goes down to one word, which is our individual perception on what is worth. People on the YouTube or social media may try to lead others to really look into the made-in-wear and watch out for the price you pay on high-end luxuries, but this move may not have an effect. Not at all, because those who really know what and why they spend on these items are people who really appreciate the things that they buy. People who have the means might not be bothered by all this uproar on luxuries made in China, but sold as if made in Europe, as they were saying, because they already have the mentality to know exactly what makes them happy. They know exactly what they are paying for, and they know how to appreciate themselves and the businesses that provide for their luxury needs. Like Hermes clientele, for example. Don't you think they know that nowadays for a Birkin or Kelly bag, people can just go look for pre-loved? They know that. Does their investments and patience in the wait for that bag become less prestigious because other people can today buy without having to wait? No. The line is still up, and Hermes is still serving this deserving clientele because they value each other. On the contrary, for people who do not really have the means to spend or the mentality to understand what a business is, they simply look at this as a rip-off scheme from luxury brands. It's all back to perceptions and mentality, right? So the worst part is when these people who comment strongly on this issue, do they even spend on these so-called luxury items themselves? If they do and feel rip-offed, then I'm sorry that they feel that way. It's back to their perceptions. Finally, let's talk about honesty. The honesty that the people are talking about. If you're making this in China, just say it's made in China. Okay, let's talk about honesty. The basic expectation of a customer is honesty from any business. I totally understand that, and I also have that expectation. There are places that sell fish for $5 and other places that sell the same fish for $50 or $200 or even more. Why do these restaurants both survive then? Simply because there are people with different perceptions everywhere to know exactly what they want and what makes them happy. Simple as that. If you're not happy spending money for what you think should be less priced, then don't have it, don't buy it. Just walk away and be happy with your own sufficient means. Only spend on what makes you happy. That's the key. Or would you rather demand a restaurant to give you full explanations, in all honesty, where the fish is from, why is it priced like that, what right does the restaurant have to slap such hefty price on a mere fish, and most importantly, do you think they are being dishonest in that case? Think about that. Luxuries have their own specific clientele. Either you are there or you are not. Either you are on their list or you are not. Simple. People who spend on luxurious goods are people who are there already and they do not need others to question or lead them elsewhere. If they complain, they have every right to do so because they are the clients of such establishments. However, if one is not a client, then why bother to comment at all? How can one tell the taste of luxury if one never tries any? Think about that. Balenciaga, for instance, states clearly on its website which shoes are made in Italy and which are made in China. Why do you think the brand do so? Why? If a brand already clearly states where the products are made, without mentioning China, for example, why do you think the brand does so? So you get my point. Balenciaga states clearly in their website which are made in China, which are made in Italy. So why do you think the other brands, they only mention the places the products are made in? And if they don't mention China, is it a dishonest move? Or is it really actually not made in China at all? Right? So the whole point of buying luxury items is for the history, the experience, and happiness. These are the true parts, the true essence of being a high-end brand's clientele. The history, the experience, and the joy, the happiness. As for quality, craftsmanship, social status, these are simply perceptions. And there is no absoluteness in whatever claim to be the best. There is no best of the best. There is nothing. Okay, everything is back to the story you tell for people to look your way and buy the products you sell. I'm very happy to share with you my views on the matter, and for the record, I only buy what makes me happy, regardless what other people say. As long as it makes me happy, I'm okay with that. Well, I hope this conversation that we have, if you have any ideas, any comments, share your thoughts in the comment section below. This will be a very interesting sharing moment for us between my channel, my perception, and your perceptions on how the luxury industry works, and are we really paying for what we want, for what we expect. Okay, I myself, I'm happy so far with buying things that I enjoy. And for example, I only started to like Louis Vuitton in 2020 when Virgil Abloh was the creative director. Prior to that, I wasn't really into the brand simply because there is not much creativity. There's always the basic, the classic pieces, which are, it's just not my style. It's just not my character. So as I learned more about the brand, I realized that happiness is the keyword to buying things, the luxury things that make you happy. And just to compare a little bit, I'm going to show you some tips. I'm going to give you some tips on how to buy things, okay? Now, I have a bag here, which is, the brand is Coach. Okay, Coach was supposed to be made in New York, USA. Okay, I simply buy this bag because of the dog. I love dogs, okay? And this looks kind of like a lily bag in a way. Well, this is Coach. I got this separately. And this bag is fabric on China, in China. Okay, as you can see, it is written in the label here inside is fabric in China, made in China. This little piece of black cloth here. Okay, and the stitching itself is not bad. It's good. If you can see, let me show you the back. The stitching is not bad actually. Okay, but I have a problem. With the handle, because regardless of the quality, okay, I'm having it in the dust bag. This is the strap of the Coach. It's a camera bag, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. Upon wearing the bag for only one time, you can see the hardware is peeling off. Okay. Now, I have never experienced such thing from other brands so far, but with this bag, I had this experience. You can see the difference on the material here and the material here. So when you look closely, you can tell that this would last longer because I think it has some kind of coating. This one would peel off eventually. But I understand that because when you buy whatever you buy, okay, you have to understand the characters of the metalworks, of the metalware, the hardware, the leather, the fabric they use, you have to understand that each of these has their own character. And to find out more, I'm gonna talk again about this with you in my next video. Hope you enjoyed today's talk. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.